We're on the top of page 2 in your chemical quantities notebook or note packet, and we're going to talk about gram formula mass. Gram formula mass is actually the mass from the periodic table in grams, and you should be able to find that by now. Now, to find the GFM of a compound, we need to look at the mass of each element on the periodic table and multiply it by the number of atoms in the formula, and then add all the masses together. Now, how this works is we're going to do an example, and I've set up a full table here for you, which I'm going to do for the first time, and then I'm going to show you a slightly more condensed way. We first write down our element symbols, and here's what we're looking at. So we've got carbon and oxygen. Now, carbons, we've got 1 carbon, and we've got 2 oxygens. When we look up on the periodic table, we can find our atomic masses, and we're not rounding, 1.2011. Now, when we do GFM, we don't round unless it specifically says to round. We've got oxygen, and an oxygen on the periodic table has a mass of 15.9994. Now, how this works is we're going to multiply across. 1 times 12.011 is 12.011, and 2 times 15.9994 is 31.9988. Now we have the mass of each of those, and we're going to add those together. We're going to add down. So we're adding, and we end up with 44.0098. Now we need to add some units together. We're going to add these together. At the bottom. And our gram formula mass is 44.0098, and our units are grams per mole. Always grams per mole. It doesn't matter if we're dealing with 1 atom or 1 mole of atoms, or if we're dealing a mole of compounds. So let's do a practice problem. I'm not going to set up the full table like I did previously, but I'm going to set it up slightly smaller in the same format. We have hydrogen and oxygen. We've got 2 hydrogens and 1 oxygen. Now, looking up the masses, we've got 1.00794, and oxygen we already looked up at 15.9994. We multiply across. So hydrogen is 2.01588, and oxygen is 15.9994. We add down 18.01528. So our final answer, once again, we do not round, 18.01528 with the units of grams per mole. That is the mass of water. Now what I want you to do are the next 2 practice problems.